One morning I was walking along Manila Bay. I was passed by 5 children, 5 boys, maybe ages 10 to 12. One of them hesitantly approached me and said something in his local language I obviously didn't understand. He could sense that, but he put his hands towards his mouth, indicating that he wanted food. From a Western standpoint, it is the word no physically can't come out of your mouth. It's a strange feeling. It's a strange feeling to walk around Manila and seeing the level of poverty that there is. It's just mind-blowing. And what's interesting is when you follow everyone in their path walking down the city, I mean, the locals tend to pass the homeless, I mean, as if it's just part of the daily routine. And I understand, obviously, everybody's kind of struggling in Manila, even if you have a job, and to give your money to someone would then mean that you have less for yourself, and it makes it more difficult by the end of the month for yourself. So I get it. But obviously I was in a position to be able to help, so I said, sure, absolutely. The second that happened, the other 4 boys ran up, and it was like smiles, and everybody kind of gathered around. They all tried to say something to me in broken English, and I took out my phone. I have a program on there that allows me to translate between languages very easy. I can speak into my phone, it translates it, spits it out into any language basically, and they thought it was awesome. We could communicate. It was fun. So the next 5 minutes they indicated, I asked them where they wanted to eat, and he had said they all agreed it was a local fast food chain called Jollibee. So I said, yes, where's the closest Jollibee? And they pointed in that direction. They said about 30 minutes walk. I said, okay, let's go. So we started to walk in that direction. In that amount of time, they had 1 million questions for me. Where are you from? How old you are? Every question you could imagine, and I obviously had questions for them. So the entire walk there, we kept passing the phone back and forth with Google Translate, communicating between each other, which was interesting. It was difficult in the beginning. I was very hesitant because it would be very easy for one of the kids to just grab my phone and run, but they didn't, which was kind of interesting. So our level of trust grew within each other pretty quick. They could see crossing the streets here in Manila, it's insanity. 85% of the intersections do not have traffic lights. You just run across and hope not to die. He could see that, one of the kids could see that I was hesitant on crossing, and he grabbed my hand and escorted me across this mini highway. It was interesting. Yeah, within, I think we spent close to 2 hours, almost 3 hours with each other, hung out at the restaurant for quite a while. They were very appreciative. I could tell that they wanted to say something, but they couldn't figure out how. They told me to give them my phone, so I did, and they typed in their local language, and it spit it out in English, and there was just this big sentence of appreciation, indicating something along the lines of that it's very difficult, the youth growing up in Manila, and they appreciated me taking them out to lunch. So it was very heartwarming, I guess. I feel so bad. It's crazy. But it was a good day. Near the end of the day, it was time to part ways. I had sort of plans later in the evening, and they wanted to hang out. They wanted to come to my place really bad, and I said, I can't, because there's like a no rule policy where people can't come, and it's kind of weird, a little taboo. And so they immediately said, okay, that's fine, come to our house. I'm like, no, this can't happen. That breaks like 20 rules back home. So no. As much as I wanted to help and feed them and change their clothes, and oh my god, but I didn't. So anyway, they wanted to hang out again. So here I am today in the park, the next day, and they should be here any minute if they can figure out how to get here. We both had about a 30-minute walk from both of our places, so as long as they don't get lost, they should be here any moment, and who knows what's going to happen.